Rafael Devers is by far and away the best player on this Red Sox team, but 2023 could be the best Rafael Devers we've seen yet. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Red Seat Radio. My name is Corbin. Just a heads up, tomorrow I'm going to be joining the Worcester Red Sox official podcast, Woo Sox Insider. We're going to be talking statistics, breaking down what different statistics may mean, and previewing the 2023 Worcester Red Sox season. So if you want to take a listen to that, keep an eye out on my channel. I will be posting the link to that podcast in the description of this video and on the community tab. So keep an eye out for that. But for today's video, what we are going to be talking about is the man himself, Rafael Devers, who is probably the most talented Red Sox player we've had since his debut in 2017. There have only been a couple of players who have been able to match what Rafael Devers can do on the field, and no one can match his personality. And Rafael Devers has had some great years in those 6 years he's been with the Red Sox, but going into 2023, I think Rafael Devers could reach an entire other stratosphere. So that's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. We're going to be going over why I think this could be Rafael Devers' best year yet. We're going to talk about what obstacles have changed and what obstacles still stand in the way of Rafael Devers having his best career year in 2023. But before we get into that, do me a favor, make sure you guys hit that sub and that like button. It helps these videos out a ton, and it would mean a lot to me. Thank you all very much for clicking on this one. Let's get into it. Last year was a pretty decent year for Rafael Devers. He finished 2022 with a .295 batting average, a .358 on base percentage, with a .521 slug and a .141 OPS plus. He also had 27 home runs and 88 RBIs. It was enough to get him an all-star nod, and he came in 14th in MVP voting. So how do you improve on a season like that? The big thing for me is that Rafael Devers is going to be healthy. Last year, especially in the second half, Rafael Devers was dealing really badly with a couple of big injuries. He was playing through them for the good of the team. He simply was not himself, and the statistics definitely reflect that, because in the first half of 2022, Rafael Devers had a monster .324 batting average with a .981 OPS. He also had 22 home runs, 55 RBIs, and 28 doubles just for good measure in 86 games. Then he got injured, and the second half came along, and those statistics took a bit of a nosedive. In the second half of 2022, Rafael Devers finished with a .249 average with a .713 OPS and a mere 5 home runs, 33 RBIs, and 14 doubles to finish out the year. What's incredible to me about these two statistics, the first and second half, is that even though his statistics dropped off so hard in the second half, he was such an elite hitter in the first half of the 2022 season that his baseball savant page still looks incredible in terms of hitting percentiles, right? Take a look at this baseball savant page, and again, remember that for most of the games last year, or at least half of the games last year, he was injured or he was not playing, and when he was playing at a much lower ability than he was in the first half of the season. He still finished in the top of most of these hitting categories. It's wildly impressive, and it goes to show just how incredibly talented Rafael Devers truly is and how high his ceiling truly could be, because going into 2023, he is going to be fully healthy and ready to go. Now, obviously that can change and stuff, but if Rafael Devers can get off to a similar start that he had in 2022, where he started April and May hitting .338 and stays healthy and playing like that throughout the entirety of the season, we could see his overall statistics jump up even to a completely other level than what we saw in 2022, especially that home run total, right? The 22 in the first half of 22, and then to drop off all the way to just 5 in the second half of 2022, even if it sort of averages itself out and Rafael Devers has like 17 in the first half and 20 in the other half, that's still 37 home runs in total. So in my opinion, the biggest reason for me why Rafael Devers has the potential to truly reach a new level of success at the plate is because he's going into this season fully healthy and ready to go. If he stays healthy for an entire season, I don't think it's insane at all to say that he will be sitting around a 300 average with 32 plus home runs and way more doubles, over 50 doubles and over 100 RBI, right? We're talking talking MVP caliber statistics from Rafael Devers if healthy in 2023. But health isn't the only reason I think this could be a big year for Rafael Devers. So let's talk about some other factors that are going to be in play here in 2023. Whether Rafael Devers wants to admit it or not, off-field issues had to have played a hand in how Rafi was performing on the field in 2023. And what I mean by that is he had his own situation going on where he didn't really know where he was going to be at the end of this year in 2023, and that was sort of piling up on him in 2022 because the Red Sox were lowballing him on offers and they were really trying to get him for less than his market value. So he had a ton of uncertainty in his own future with the Boston Red Sox, and that was also a similar thing going around with other people who he came up and admired and has known for his entire major league career. Look at what happened with Xander last year, right? There were stories that came out where Rafi had to bring Xander out after games just to take his mind off of what was going on off the field. And so for me, if you're looking at Rafael Devers and comparing him to 2022 into 2023, why this is such an important pillar for Rafi to get over is he no longer has that weight on his shoulder. He knows exactly where he's going to be for the next 10 years. He knows exactly what he is worth for the next 10 years. Rafael Devers no longer has to worry about what his best friend is going to do. Xander Bogaerts, unfortunately not with the Red Sox, but did get taken care of this offseason. So Rafael Devers got that weight off his shoulder in terms of uncertainty and off-field issues that he was dealing with, especially towards the end of last year when things started to really ramp up. Now, obviously, there are issues that come along with being the highest paid Red Sox player in history, and that's its own set of problems, but they are a little bit different than, oh my God, where am I going to play in 2 years? What am I worth in 2 years? What are my friends, my family, people I consider brothers worth in the next 2 years, right? Those are completely different problems to have, and I honestly think with the weight lifted off of Rafi's shoulders, even though he refused to admit that it affected his on-field play, is going to lift him up to another level. So now you've got a fully healthy Rafi, who is one of the most elite hitters in all of baseball. You've got a Rafi that is strictly focused on hitting bombs and making good plays, right? He no longer has to worry about the off-field stuff. So what could be holding Rafael Devers back from reaching that next level? In most people's opinions, the biggest obstacle facing Rafael Devers trying to have an absolutely monster year this year is something that he cannot control at all, and that is how protected he is within this Red Sox lineup. It's something even David Ortiz has talked about, where he's nervous that Rafael Devers won't have anyone behind or in front of him to protect him from other teams being like, hey, we'll give Rafael Devers not a single pitch to hit because we know that after Rafael Devers comes guys that we are taking the chance will be able to get out. Going into 2023, protection could be an issue for Rafi, but at the same time too, I really like what Alex Cora is doing. He has attached Justin Turner and Masataka Yoshida to Rafael Devers wherever he moves in the lineup. Looks like he's starting the year at 2 with Turner at 3 and Masataka Yoshida at 4. And the reason I like this so much is because even if Justin Turner and Masataka Yoshida underperform what we want them to perform at, right? Say Masataka Yoshida's hitting 260, 270 instead of the 310 that we thought, and Justin Turner's hitting 240, 250 instead of the 280, 290 that we wanted him to, which is going to be a little bit of an effect on Rafael Devers. But at the same time too, even if they aren't seeing the results that they wanted to see, you are still going to get really good at-bats from Justin Turner and Masataka Yoshida. Both of these are guys who are extremely patient at the plate, who have a very similar approach when it comes to attacking certain pitches, and they're guys who are going to at some point be a pest and not be a really surefire out, right? That sort of is going to protect Rafi regardless of how well those results are coming in for Justin Turner and Yoshida. And that's if things go badly, right? If things are going well, Rafael Devers will be plenty protected by Justin Turner and Masataka Yoshida, because if Justin Turner's hitting 290 and Masataka Yoshida's hitting 310, people are not going to want to just avoid Rafael Devers and have Justin Turner poke one up the middle and then Masataka Yoshida drive him in for 2 runs, right? That is perfect protection going into 2023, in my opinion, for Rafael Devers. Now, obviously, things can change, but one thing I will say is that I do trust Alex Cora and his management of Rafi in this lineup. He's done a great job with it in the past, and I think he's going to do a great job with it going forward. But it definitely is still a concern that that protection factor is not there with Rafi in this Red Sox lineup, and teams are just going to sort of pitch around him like teams did against Juan Soto on the Nationals in 2022 until he got traded, right? So I guess we'll see on that front. I am fairly confident that they will find protection for Rafi, but that is the one thing, in my opinion, holding him back. Now, Baseball Reference has Rafael Devers projected to hit 282 with an 851 OPS and 26 home runs in 2023. Fangraphs has him hitting 290 with an 888 OPS and 34 home runs in 2023. And I think with Rafael Devers, the sky is the limit. I think he could hit way more than that. I think he could be one of the best players in Major League Baseball. And I think going into 2023, fully healthy, hitting the way he normally hits, right? It's not like we're going to see some crazy mechanical adjustment that we've been wanting for a while with Rafi. And knowing that he is taken care of for the next decade, and plus the hopeful protection of Rafi in this lineup, are going to combine for one of, if not the biggest season we have seen yet from Rafael Devers. But I could be completely wrong, so let me know in the comment section down below. What do you think of Rafi going into 2023? Do you think he has the potential to have his best season yet? And let me know what that season looks like. Is it MVP caliber season? Is it all-star level season? What are you putting your max at for Rafael Devers? And let me know if it's going to happen in 2023 or if there's another year that you have in mind for his best season ever. Let me know all your thoughts on Rafael Devers going into 2023 down below. As always, if you made it to the end of this video, do me a favor, make sure you guys have hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you're new here, we talk Red Sox content almost every single day. Also, make sure you guys have hit the like button on this video as well. Helps these videos out a ton, and it would mean a lot to me. Keep your eye out for that Woo Sox Insider podcast that I'm appearing on, coming out tomorrow. And thank you all very much for clicking on this one. I will see you in the red seats.